Hi again, this is Ariel Lehaitre, physical therapist, Pilates instructor, and Pilates studio owner of Pilates Santé in Los Gatos, California. And today I wanted just to review how to release the soft tissue of your gluteals using a lacrosse ball. So this is a very simple technique, but yet can be extremely effective. If you or your client are experiencing pain radiating from their low back into their glute, or they have some form of hip pathology or dysfunction and their glute is a part of that, their gluteal restriction or tightness, using a lacrosse ball to mobilize that soft tissue prior to doing static stretches can really help the efficiency of your stretch and can really help change the collagen elasticity when done well. So we're just going to start with, again, the basic lacrosse ball. A lot of different balls you can find online. There's even vibrating ones that heat, spiky balls. All of that is wonderful and to your preference. I'll show you with a basic ball today on my left glute. I'm going to lift the hips up and I'm just going to find a spot in the center of my cheek. And essentially what I'm looking for is areas that feel tight or uncomfortable. So I'm already on a spot that feels a little bit tight and uncomfortable. And I can just stay here and hold and breathe. And generally what I want to be doing is I want to be staying here long enough so that the discomfort starts to ease a little bit. I think the biggest mistake people make with this kind of exercise is they just do a lot of rolling. And rolling is fine. Rolling feels really good. And it's not necessarily wrong. It's not going to be damaging, but it may not be effective in actually changing tightness in a particular area. For that, we need to sit and stay with something for a while longer. And so once you find that spot, and again, the gluteal tissue, there's so much back here, many of us. So you might have to find, play with finding your spot. And there might be a few different spots. And then once you're there, you can either sit and hold, or you can start to work with the leg. I like to kind of let the leg come out into external rotation. It can feel really intense, and breathe. And you can sort of move in and out of that with the leg, just kind of trying to deepen into the release a little bit more each time. Yeah. And then you can also work with this by extending the leg out. So if I'm in external rotation and I'm starting to feel the release of the hip, I can also start to move the leg, straightening and bending it. And once I feel like that discomfort's easing a little bit, finding another spot. Mhm. The other option with this is taking the leg up onto the opposite leg. So you're in that external rotation. And then really just shifting weight toward the side of the ball. Right now I'm shifting toward the left, and this is fairly intense. I've got a little bit of length on my rotators, and I have the ball releasing them simultaneously. And I'm just going to breathe and hold until I feel some relief. And then I'll follow this ideally with some different types of stretches for my gluteal muscles. I'd love to know how you all teach your clients or use this technique to release your glutes, and if you find it effective in managing any kind of hip or back pain. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and subscribe by hitting the bell.